My name's Gregan, CEO of New Zealand Winegrowers. Well, New Zealand Winegrowers is a fairly classical trade association. We represent the grape growers and winemakers of New Zealand. We're involved in research, we run a sustainability program for the industry. We're involved in the marketing of New Zealand wine in offshore markets, and we're deeply involved with the government across a range of areas, free trade agreements, market access issues. That's part of our core business. We were the new boys on the block when it came to exporting. There we had very traditional wine exporting countries, France, Italy, etc. So we were the outsiders attempting to come in. We've had to take advantage of every opportunity that we could make ourselves or that other parties could make for us in terms of getting into markets and being successful in markets. Free trade agreements are absolutely fundamental for that. We've worked very, very closely with the government over 20-25 years to ensure that New Zealand wine features strongly in any free trade agreements that the government negotiates. If we can't have fair and equal market access into a market, we're trying to develop the market with one hand tied behind our back, and that just makes it that much more difficult given we're the outsider in the first place. So for us, free trade agreements are a fundamental platform, a base from which we can then go and tell our story in the market. But without that competitive access in the first place, it's incredibly difficult. We had been exporting into China at a relatively low level for some time. The free trade agreement came along. We got tariff-free access into that market on coming into force. And what that did was, it was a signal to New Zealand wineries that they should be interested in the Chinese market. Equally importantly, it was a signal to importers and distributors in China that they should be thinking about New Zealand wine. And effectively, our business in China tripled in the 2 years after the free trade agreement was signed. Around the time the agreement was signed, we partnered with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade, NZTE, and we took a very small mission up to Shanghai and Beijing, and we were trying to find one simple thing. What was the documentation that was going to be required for New Zealand wineries to get into the marketplace? We'd been told different stories from different people, from exporters, from importers, distributors, and we really had no clear idea, either the government or ourselves, about what the requirement was. Working together, we came up with the definitive list of documentation that was required for entry into the Chinese market. That may not sound like a lot, but actually it made life a lot easier for our small and medium wineries in particular. For us, TPP is about long-term access into and development of markets, and TPP sets out a framework for the standards and how wine should be regulated, and that's a huge plus.